Hey, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Greetings again, my friends. So this Homebrew Wednesday, a couple of things going on. I did that double kit brew that I was telling you about the last time. Did a John Bull IPA kit and combined it with a Young's Lager kit. Shoved in both packs of yeast, no sugar. Original gravity was 104.2. Looking for it to come out about 4%. Not going to be fussed if it's just under 4%, maybe even 3.8, something like that. It seemed to ferment out really quickly. I only put it on like a couple of days ago. I think it took like just under 3 days to ferment. So not done my first gravity reading yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow, and we'll see how we get on with that. Okay, so also the triple kit brew that I did, that I was keeping under wraps. You might remember that I showed you a picture of it. It was going absolutely daft. That was the one where the wort had spilled out over the side of the fermenter, etc. And that was the one where I think it was Rago mentioned that the lid of the fermenter looked like a delicious chocolate cake. And here it is in the bottle. Now I've given a bottle of this to my colleague at work, Angela Gorey, after which I named the brew and have designed the cover. Here it is, I'll show you. It's called Comrade Gorey's Utopia Strong Beer of the People. Miss Gorey's a communist. Her political views are toward the communist red. And there she is, look, on the front. So I found a bit of communist propaganda. The one, you've got a soldier there and he's got like an AK-47 and a couple of workers with a hammer and sickle, and I just substituted her face for the soldiers. I gave her a couple of bottles of that the other day, but I've not tried this since it's been in bottle, and since it's, although you can't see, I mean it's a really dense one, but it's a deep red colour as well. red for communism, Soviet. But I'm going to give this a bash right now. Got my big tankard that my wife got me to stop me drinking out of jars. Let's see what this is like. Decent hiss. Oh. Smells good. Oh, there's a fair old bit of sediment that went into the bottom of that, because there was loads of sediment at the bottom. I put 2 finings into it and there was still loads of sediment left. But got a bit. So there we go. There's the triple kit brew. That bit as well. Bloopers reel. There we go. There's the triple kit. Smells very malty, but there's a lot of malt in it. 17. Bloody hell. There's a lot of flavour to that. That's a beer with body. Yeah, you can't really see. Yeah, I can. If I put a flashlight against it, I'll be able to see through it. But it's very tasty. I'm not really a big describer of beers. I can't really pick out major flavours. My sense of smell isn't actually that great. But it's quite a toasty brew, I suppose. It's got bit of a zing to it. Almost like a suggestion of maybe licorice or something like that. Very good. So, I'm also, this week, going to be doing a test batch of a spiced apple wine that my wife wants me to make for Christmas. She wants me to make 5 gallons of it. I mean, it's going to be a shitload. I'm not really sure we're going to make that much, but I want to do a test gallon first. Oh, Gordon Bennett. So I'm going to go and get that knocked up tomorrow. It's going to be, essentially it's going to be a cider with a little more sugar put in it. I want to avoid it just coming out like a turbo cider. It may well just come out as a slightly sweeter, high alcohol cider. I don't know, I've got to test it. I've never done one before. So I'll be putting in 4.5 litres of apple juice. Let's see, not entirely sure how much sugar I'm going to put in. I'm probably going to put in 500 grams, see what the gravity is, and then decide whether I'm going to put any more in after that. I'm going to put stuff in it like cinnamon, whole cinnamon stick, orange peel, some dried fruit, Christmassy stuff, you know. Give that a bash and see what I like. So one thing I wanted to ask, if anyone's got any experience with finings. Now, when I use a finings product, I usually use one called Turbo Clar, or a similar thing. It's essentially just a two-stage finings product, and it's a Kiesel Sol. It's in the little side packet, and you snip that off, pour it into your brew, give it a mix, leave it for an hour, and then there's the second pack is the Chittisan bit, and you do the same, and then you mix that in, and then you leave it to clear. Find that's quite good. But I do have a couple of other sachets of something called Beer Bright, which is essentially just an isinglass based finings. Now, I've never used that before, and I did mix up a sachet of it with the intention of putting it into one of my brews, but I don't know, it smelled really weird and chemically, and I just didn't want to dip it into my brew. So I didn't, I just threw it down the sink. But I'd really appreciate feedback. If anyone has used isinglass or specifically Beer Bright before, what are your experiences of using it? Does it work well? Any problems you experienced? Should I just shut up and do it and, you know, won't experience any problems? Yeah, give me some feedback on that. Also, at the end of August, for anyone who's local to Dundee, I'll be going to the Alba Real Ale Festival at the Royal Tay Yacht Club. The tickets for the 25th are, I think it's ticket only. I think they're sold out now. But if you have a ticket, if you bought a ticket and you're watching this, I'll be there. You'll see me. Got a special polo shirt, a custom designed polo shirt made for the occasion to publicise the YouTube channel. It's a polo shirt. It's got 3 of my beer labels on the back with Homebrew with Secure and secure.com web address that redirects to the YouTube channel, and a big picture of me right there on the breast with my big Secure hat on, you know, the one with the Union Jack on the corner. So if you see me, say hello. See you next week.